Hey friends, hello everyone. You're on the KEYTO Show channel. This is the KEYTO podcast. Here with us is Alexey Kapustin. Isha, hi.
Hi everyone, and hi to you.
And I'm here too, Alexander Kukharonok. Today, I'll be carefully scanning the information Alexey will be sharing. And today, we're going to bring a bit of clarity about the month of July. Just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel, to our Telegram channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications. Stay with us. Inside, there's some really interesting information that almost no one else has. Lisha, what's the forecast for July? Can you give a brief overview of the month of July? It's the 7th month. What does it actually bring us? And also, how is it structured in and of itself? It's July energy.
Well, July's energy is the energy of chaos.
Here we go.
It's the energy of transformation, chaos, either dealing with some kind of crisis situations or actually creating those crisis situations. That's why you need to approach the month of July very carefully. It's essential to stay physically active in July, to raise your energy, because the month itself lacks full energy. But when it comes to people, each person's energy, each number, each birthday will interact with this month in its own way. Considering that everyone has a mission, a purpose, you need to add the 7 not only to your consciousness, but also to your mission and your purpose. Friends, you can do the calculations yourself and get answers to your questions every day, and also recommendations for all areas of life. For that, there's a numerology calculator. It offers both a basic and a professional version. The basic version will help you understand yourself, how you think, act, and where success awaits you. It also includes personal days and months for planning. The professional version goes deeper: compatibility, relocations, important events. If you just want to understand yourself, go for the basic one. Need strategies for business or relationships? Then go for the professional one. You can find more details at the link in the description below the video. Today, we're only going to talk about consciousness. What a person will want, what will be happening in their mind. So if we take people born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th, since these are all ones, things will still happen differently for each of them. Because for a pure one, it will be about coming into money or losing money.
Here we go.
Yes, for the 10th, it will play out like an 8 or a 7. This will be more about a tendency to understand one's path and to expand it, which will lead to success if revealed correctly, or it could mean a loss in the material world and a crisis, specifically resentment and a reset of actions. It all depends on how people choose to reveal themselves. For those born on the 19th, it's about 8, 9, 17. This is a transition to stardom, or it could also mean crisis and karma. So understand this correctly. Everyone will face something different in July. To get this information in detail, we have a private Telegram channel on K+, where every week we provide a reading for each energy. It tells them what to pay attention to, so they can understand what awaits them. We invite everyone to join there. Let them come. Because if I start talking about each number now, and I need to explain it in detail, and I just can't do it any other way than in detail, it will take us 3 hours. Yes, it would take us an enormous amount of time.
Of course, friends.
So, in general, I'll just say that for once, they need to be careful with material things.
Wife, keep a close eye on things under the control of the ones, so nothing gets lost.
Yes, you need to focus more on understanding processes, on the details. For pure 2s, not just pure, but for anyone with 2, 11, 20, or 29, the general energy and consciousness will bring the start of a new cycle or stage, but also a reset of the old one. So, the reset could affect everything. So be careful. That means you need a plan, a strategy in the direction you choose.
Is there anyone among them you could especially recommend something to? Well, maybe for the 29th, for example, or the 11th. Will there be anything interesting for them?
For the 11th, there will be a very tough karmic event connected to transformation. In general, 7 months are spiritual months of transformation. So in any case, for ones, it's karma, especially for pure ones. For pure 2s, it's necessary to finish all processes. For 3s, there will be a reset of everything, the start of a new stage. For 4s, this month will be cosmic in some ways, where they might see things they haven't seen before. They'll get a different, new perspective on things. But at the same time, there will be a lot of offers, partnerships, where they'll often have to reset these partnerships.
4s, well, keep that in mind for yourselves.
For fives, it's more about strategic understanding. That is, you need a strategy, a clear understanding of the path. There will be a lot of partnership offers, a lot of organizations, or on the contrary, everything might fall apart, and money will slip through your fingers. For sixes, for the most part, this month will be tough, losses in relationships. Or, on the other hand, if they stick to discipline, an idea for creating something new may appear. For sevens, it will be about expansion through strategic planning. If there's a clear plan, things will go well. If there's no clear plan, things will be superficial and basically, nothing good will come of it. For eights, it will be about strategic expansion in life, but again, only if there is a clear understanding of the path and a seemingly adequate vision of what's happening. And for nines, this will be a crisis month, also a transformational one. 9 amplifies any energy, so the 7th month for a 9 is still a month of 7. 16, there, it's about strategy. That is, the path goes through mentorship. Someone will reveal themselves as a spiritual mentor. That's it, but at the same time, it's about constantly resolving crises. So, for everyone, it will unfold differently, and we haven't even touched on the 31st or the 25th yet. That is, double numbers there, the events are completely different, and you need to focus on entirely different things. So, join the private Telegram channel. In the private Telegram channel, there is weekly information. I record it every week.
Yes.
You know, I provide such a detailed breakdown of the information so that you pay attention to what might be happening, this, that, and so on.
Okay, awesome. Friends, please note that the link to the private Telegram channel and all the information is in the episode description.
Friends, what you have before you is not just a book, but your personal key to understanding yourself through numbers. It will reveal hidden talents, give precise recommendations for your career and relationships, and show you how to avoid mistakes embedded in your date of birth. The basic version for beginners, decoding the main numbers, daily practices, and working with the matrix. The professional version goes deeper, compatibility, favorable periods, country codes, and methods for correcting your destiny. It's like the instruction manual for life you didn't get at birth. Want to understand why the same situations keep repeating? KEYTO has the answers. The link is in the description. Choose your version and start your transformation today.
We'll give you advice in this way, too. I'd also like to ask you to give a little tip for each number. You know, something short as well. From numbers 1 to 9, what should people maybe avoid or, on the contrary, what should they pay attention to this month, in July?
In July, one should try to become the reason for other people's success. That is, your energy in July will be karmic, meaning it's karmic in the sense that you shouldn't focus on yourself or your material world. And the material world will come to you through other people. So by helping others, things will go well. For twos, it's about finishing processes. You need to tie up all loose ends and complete what you've started. Because in the future, the 8th month for twos will be the beginning of a new stage.
Yes.
Therefore, we need to tighten up all the tails that exist.
Yes.
And there are. For threes, this is already a reset, that is, the old, the beginning of a new stage. We need to get together, build a sequence of actions, and begin implementing some of our planned ideas and goals. For fours, it will mostly be a constant swing, so a very clear plan of action is needed there. For fives as well, they will need planning and an adequate understanding of what's happening in order to organize anything. For sixes, a lot of attention will need to be paid to the path and analyzing what is happening and what is needed to achieve the goal, because there will be many ideas and fairy tale illusions. To avoid these illusions, a lot of analysis will be needed. For sevens, this is very important, a clear plan and planning, which will give them the opportunity to expand. For eights, it's about strategic expansion. That is, the path and an adequate vision. For eights, it will be a kind of blissful month, a month of calm, enjoyment, and success.
Maybe it should be in July.
Well, it would be good for eights. That's it. This means trips, travels. That's it. And for nines, the path will be through mentorship. Then it will play out as stardom. Nines want to receive recognition. That's it. And if they don't get it, it will feel like destruction and war for them. destruction, and such negative emotions. If there is no such manifestation of gentleness, calmness, understanding of what I am doing,
Yes.
this is what I would like to say.
Fabulous. Lesh, thanks for this information. Friends, thank you for watching. Thank Alexey in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our social networks. All information, as always, is in the description. Alexander Kukharonok, Alexey Kapustin,
Have a great day, everyone.
and a great July. Take care.